So we're just going to jump straight into it in for football. Obviously, I've been unwell, so we've got a bit of a double dose of the football to review. It's probably the draw with Newcastle, Man City.
Yes, yeah.
I
Big result. Big result.
Yeah, obviously well, everyone's apart from Man City fans are pretty happy about that, but we'll take it. I think it means Liverpool moved up to top of the league, didn't it?
Yeah, we're now top by 1 point.
Yeah.
We've got 15 points, they got 14. And yeah, it was obviously 1-1 game, penalty in the second half. I think it was Gordon. Um, Looked like a Stonewall penalty to fair. Looked like, well, not a Stonewall, but did look kind of like it was a penalty. So no real complaints there. But
Lucky,
yeah, it
lucky.
was obviously like it's a bit lucky just getting a penalty like that. But good result for everyone else. Good result for Arsenal. Good result for Liverpool.
Well, again, talking about luck, I think Arsenal were quite lucky to be. They were drawing, obviously, until the literal 90th minute. Well, there was no goal, obviously, and then the 99th minute or something ridiculously late in the game like
Yeah,
that. So,
that game really annoyed me. Like Leicester did all that hard work to get back into the game, got to the 2-2, and then they just throw it away at the end.
yeah, yeah.
I thought like this was going to be a perfect weekend for Liverpool. Set us up nicely, like it's
To
top of
pull
the
away a
league,
bit.
both of them dropping points.
Mm.
Then Trossard, I think, was the first goal.
Yeah, I can get it up. Well, and then also moving on to the Sunday league or the Sunday league, but Sunday football was. I literally would have taken good bets that this wouldn't have happened, but Ipswich Town drawing with Aston Villa 2-2.
Yeah, love that game.
Um,
Ipswich are actually they've been all right. Like they're legit. Like I think
yeah,
a lot of people underestimated them. They look obviously the results haven't quite gone their way in a sense that they haven't got any. But I think they've like drawn a couple games. They haven't got any wins yet.
no, well, they've drawn four, lost two. Like
Exactly.
actually, as a newly promoted team,
That's quite.
I think most people would take that. To be honest, yeah,
And obviously against Aston Villa, people gave him no chance.
yeah, no chance. I was convinced Aston Villa. I thought Aston Villa. I think I said in the last video, I expected if something could happen to Man City, I think I said Liverpool and Aston Villa would be fighting for first place. But because of that result, lo and behold, Liverpool wins the day, and then I'll talk about it, but not for too long. Man United 3-0 loss, absolute devastation.
Yeah,
Do you
right.
think it was a red card?
Right, so it was the one way because there was the one obviously last night he slipped, didn't he?
No. He got Bruno Fernandes got red carded against
Yeah,
Tottenham.
but against Tottenham, I mean that's what I mean. Against Tottenham, it was kind of like he kind of slipped for that
Uh,
second yellow card. It wasn't like a clear like he
it
just
was
like
not endangering a player, in my opinion,
no.
but he definitely deserved a yellow card for the foul he committed in the build-up, like when he, because he got sent off against Tottenham for dissent, didn't he? Was the
No,
second one?
so for
Oh no, he booted it away. That was it. We're mixing them up.
no, I swear it was a straight red. Tottenham was a straight red.
Was it?
Last night was two yellow cards.
I thought Tottenham. Let me have a
Tottenham
look.
was a straight red,
I thought Tottenham was he.
which was like why everyone
Oh
was
no,
like,
I'm thinking of the Arsenal
yeah,
Man City game where he kicked it away. What the hell
yeah,
did he got
yeah.
red? I can't even remember what he
It
got.
was,
I've blacked it out of
it
my
was a very
mind.
weird decision because if you look at it, I would barely even say that's a yellow card. I just think everything's a bit soft at the moment. Like not everything has to be a yellow card. Not everything has to be a red card.
Oh
Like,
yeah, no, I remember it. Yeah, he slipped
remember
and
that?
like the
Yeah.
foot. I don't think
He hits his kind of like knee.
hits his calf
Like
almost or something. I think it's sort of
the players kind of make it look worse than it is because all
yeah.
the players like get all riled up and they all go at the ref and everything like that. And like, I think Gary Neville was saying how like, oh, when the players have that kind of reaction, you know it's bad.
Mm,
But then when you watch it, it was like one, he slips.
yeah.
Two, he doesn't really. It doesn't like he's not like just gone straight through him. Like he barely even touches him. To be honest, kind of like
Agreed.
just raises his leg,
Yeah.
and it's just like I when I was watching it, I was like, that's barely even a yellow, and he's just getting
Yeah.
a straight red. So I don't understand why VAR can't just in his ear be like, no, you've got that one wrong. Like
But
look,
what's the rules though? So I know VAR can't interfere on a yellow card, but they can on a red. But can
yeah,
they
it's the
not
camera.
interfere? Can they not interfere because it's giving a yellow card which produced the red? So they technically can't interfere.
No, because this was a straight red. This was not the second
Oh yeah,
yellow.
it
This
was a
was
straight
a
red.
straight
Yeah,
red card.
that's a load of bollocks. That is not even. It wasn't even a yellow card.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like you did like obviously you kind of feel hard done by in that sort of sense because and it's got rescinded now, so
Yeah,
he has the free match ban.
which means they accept that it actually was a misplay, and
Yeah,
it derailed the game for us. Obviously, as soon as that happened, I know we were down already, down
we
bad
were
1-0, and
at this
and we
point.
weren't playing well. But what a way to just like nail in the coffin sort of thing.
Yeah,
And
it wasn't a great day at the office.
it was a
And
shit day in the office. If you know what I'm saying, it was unbelievably bad, unbelievably bad.
you
But
were dreadful.
honestly,
Like probably the worst game you've had this season, and that's saying something.
yeah,
Because you had
we
like
said it. We said about the descent. I think in like maybe the first episode, Man United just get like done dirty with red cards, and so does like Arsenal does obviously as well because we spoke about that. But for the descent, when they made that a big thing, Casemiro, a man who never gets red cards, got 2 red cards in like 6 games because of dissent. It kills the passion of the sport. I know we
yeah,
discussed it before.
the whole dissent thing is just like it's to protect the refs and like at the end of the day, the refs know what
Their
they signed
job,
up.
yeah,
That's their job. Their part of their job is to get abuse from the players, and you like no one wants to protect the refs. This rule came from them.
mm, mm,
It doesn't come from the fans. This doesn't come from anyone else. This comes from them just wanting to protect their friends, protect
yeah,
their fellow referees, and it's like they give yellows for literally just like asking them a question,
for
like
breathing.
like it's or just even going up to them. It's just like it's got out of hand, and
Mm.
I think if you look, there's been a massive rise in yellow cards, red cards this season,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
based off that, and it's just like everything seems to have to be a yellow card, everything seems to have to be a red card,
yeah. Mm.
like it's just we just like the games don't flow, and it's just like everyone likes games. Well, the majority of fans will like games when it's like free flowing, when the ref lets it go a bit and lets some hard hitting tackles go in. Most fans love it when you have like a slide tackle. He gets all the ball and he completely takes out the player as well.
Yeah.
Like he just whacks him, but he gets the ball, so it's a good tackle. And everyone loves that kind of tackling. Everyone loves that kind of football because that's what you want. You want a bit of like just aggression. Like it's a contact sport. You don't need this where you like barely touch a player and there's a yellow card. Like
Yeah.
so,
I agree. I think it's like the biggest comment after that Tottenham game was the game's gone, the game's gone, the game's gone. Like you can't, because then it's going to not encourage interesting football in the sense of you can't run at someone because if you touch them, you're going to ruin. They're going to jeopardize the whole team's game and stuff. But it was just, and it was just so brutal because the whole time I was watching, I thought, oh yeah, I think we need to be in League One because we can beat those teams 7-0. I was like, we just need to get demoted and we'll have have a really good season.
as well. You said like, oh, this might give us like morale, like a boost,
Momentum.
and we'll like hopefully go on a bit of a run. And then you've drawn to Palace, you've lost to Spurs, and then obviously last night.
I think last night, because of last night, which we'll get to, I think that means now we've lost 4 games on the trot across all competitions, and it's just we're being Aston Villa this weekend. I might just actually just try and like sleep through the weekend. But yeah, all right, we'll move more into the week. So some of the big results for the Champions League obviously was Arsenal beating PSG very comfortably. I believe I think I caught the highlights, and they just seemingly were just.
It was on Prime.
Yeah. I know, it's interesting. So I think Discovery have European football, but Prime have like you can watch it on either.
They usually, I think, like they have one because I remember the previous week it was like one game was on Prime and then the rest were on that. I think it's like the Tuesday, one game on the Tuesday is always on Prime, and then the rest are on TNT or Discovery Plus.
Okay.
But yeah, it was an alright game. But Arsenal just looked the better side. Like PSG weren't great. Like it's weird as well because they had a few players like on the bench that you would have thought would have started. Like Fabian Ruiz came on the second half. He looked really good. Their striker Mawani was on the bench. Dembele was on the bench. I think Dembele was more because of disciplinary reason. But Fabian Ruiz is Euros, just won the Euros. Amazing, technically gifted footballer. And PSG just didn't have anything. Like they didn't have anything going forward. They're just not the they're not the PSG of like a couple of years ago with Mbappe and all that.
Farmer
So,
League. That's because they're playing in a Farmer League, as people say. But yeah, I think actually some of the results are pretty fair. Like you got Barcelona winning 5-0. You got Dortmund winning 7-1, which
yeah, I
means a
think
big switch up for Celtic winning
that
like
was, I saw some of the goals. I was watching the highlights earlier of all the games, and that Adeyemi for Dortmund scored some
yeah,
screamers,
they're just
and he's like,
hiling them out. Yeah, and Inter Milan again winning 4-0. Inter Milan, dark horse of
all
this
right,
year,
all right.
and then obviously Man City just doing Man City things 4-0 as well.
Yeah, but they're against Slovan Bratislava.
Yeah, something like
Never
that.
heard of them,
Yeah.
but actually been to
Um,
the but yeah,
Leverkusen beating AC Milan was quite another one. 1-0, but
one nil.
still a fair enough result. And then on the second night, Aston Villa beating my Bayern Munich. I watched the full game of that. That was actually an unbelievably good game for Aston Villa.
Yeah,
And they
was
looked
it
like it was comfortable. It was a comfortable win as well, I think. I thought they were going to score
great
more.
goal? Great goal as well from Duran.
Yeah,
He's so
unbelievable.
good. He's so good.
And then some crappy little club called Liverpool won their game 2-0, which is a bit of a shame, but
Yeah.
can't win them all. And then Lille beating Real Madrid. I watched I had both games on as well. I was like, yeah, Real Madrid were just scrambling. Oh, and so there was a moment I think you might have seen, because I've seen it everywhere since the game, is like when it's like in the 80th something minute, and Bellingham runs back, intercepts us, and then now, do you think he's angry at the ref, or do you think he's angry at Vinny
No.
and Mbappe?
I think I saw on Twitter that it's basically like you can see like Vinicius Junior and Mbappe like just jogging,
They're on the bench. They're halfway across the field.
doing anything, and like he's clearly like mad at them.
But you think it's hit at them, not the ref?
Hmm?
You think he's mad at them, not the ref?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
a lot of people are like,
definitely
oh,
at Vinny Junior and Mbappe for not doing what they should be, which kind of ties into what you said last week about
too many egos.
egos. So
Yeah.
you might be right. Like obviously it's just a one-off game, but like
Yeah.
that wasn't a great look, and obviously that was a really good win for Lille. But again, it doesn't. This new format, because there's another 6 games, doesn't really. These early games don't really mean too much. It's not like Real Madrid are going to be worrying they're not going to get through now. But
Yeah, you say that, but mad things. The thing is, though, they're gonna be in the playoffs and they'll get through no matter what. It just might be a more games sort of situation. Yeah.